Airman First Class Kieran Coffey. I'm Mission Generation Vehicle Maintenance Technician. Doing my job requires many different things. Sometimes it's just researching parts, sometimes it has to do with troubleshooting. It's a fun job, but it's one of those ones where you kind of have to be willing to be a jack of all trades. You know, there'll be days when there's not a lot going on and instead you're just maintaining the shop, you're cleaning up things, you're checking to see what needs to be replaced or you know, how much fuel or oil we have left, things like that. But a day-to-day for me would be coming in the shop. Usually I'm going to know what vehicles I would be working on from the day before, or you know, my shop lead will come to me and say, hey, like this just came in, this is what's wrong with it, or this is what the technician or the operator is saying is going on. Can you look what it is? And I would go grab a TO and try and like troubleshoot from there. There's always someone on standby that is ready to go out during day or night, any weather condition, anything, and fix that vehicle. It's critical to the mission because without vehicle maintenance, every single one of these machines that you see next to me wouldn't operate effectively and efficiently. And we need to keep the flight line completely clear for the Global Hawk to be able to take off, you know, any hour of the day or night, which is what allows us to be able to have that reconnaissance effect, you know, to be one step ahead of our enemies at every given moment. And that's what, you know, makes vehicle maintenance so imperative to the Global Hawk mission specifically.
We work on any type of vehicle that is on the ground. Behind me is actually our farm shop. They work on refuelers and they also work on fire trucks. Here is our MHE shop where they deal with hydraulics. We also work on your daily vehicles to get you from point A to point B. So we do anything from your typical Jiffy Lube of doing, you know, oil, tires, windshield wipers, anything like that. And we do anything to the vehicle, all the way up to, you know, pulling engines, pulling transmissions, anything and everything. If we got to paint something, we'll paint it, but we do anything and everything. So vehicle maintenance literally helps everyone and gets the mission done for them. If you don't have a vehicle, you know, you might not be able to load an aircraft, whether it's something in this shop or put out a fire. You know, if they don't have fire trucks, that affects it tremendously. I would definitely say this place is very busy. You definitely, the day you get here, you have that night and then you hit the ground running and you're running until your replacement gets here. So, you know, people break vehicles every day, and if they don't bring it that day, they bring it the next day. We turn wrenches and fix vehicles to make sure you can get your job done and do whatever it is you need to do. Anything and everything.
Good job, go team. Yeah.
Vehicle maintenance provides transportation capabilities to the command's busiest fighter base, that being all Air Force organizations that rely upon transportation to do their job.
Something people might not know about vehicle maintenance would be that we're not a Jiffy Lube. We don't take in vehicles and we don't just do oil changes or you know, grease up the vehicle. We'll actually take the vehicles apart. If there's a seal that's broken inside the engine, we'll pull the engine apart. That's important to actually take the time to troubleshoot it and to make sure that it's working correctly and make sure the parts that are needed to be replaced are replaced in a timely manner.
A lot of times when these vehicles go in field, they come across problems that hinder them from doing what they're supposed to be able to do. Their operator is not always able to get the vehicle back up and running or just drive it over to maintenance and have it fixed real quick. That's where mobile maintenance comes in. I go out, perform this maintenance in field so that the mission goes on. The best part of my job is the variation of challenges that I face throughout the day. I could be one moment replacing a starter in the rain, the next moment responding to a GOV accident off base. My job really allows me to feel heavily relied upon, which in turn makes me feel significant to my fellow airmen.
If the job doesn't get done correctly, you can have mishaps on the flight line. Vehicles can get damaged or broken. There's many problems that can happen, so putting out a quality product is very important to us.
Vehicle maintenance journeyman. My job mainly consists of repairing vehicles, helping people out with problems that they have with their own vehicles, doing a lot of troubleshooting, just a lot of hard labor, hard work, but it's all very fun and very rewarding. Before the Air Force, I was a student. I actually joined the Air Force almost directly out of high school. There were very few actual jobs, maybe like side work here and there, but for the most part, this is my first real job. Working with the team is a bit different than what I'm used to, because at home station and at other bases I've been to, our teams were a lot bigger. We're talking something like 60 plus people. Here there's only 4 total mechanics here at this specific squadron, so we all work together pretty well. We all share knowledge and different skills that we learned.
A1C Henderson, he's a really good guy. He came to us, he's a 5 level, but he seems to know a lot about the vehicles. Even though he's not Red Horse, he just came in, meshed well with the team, and has been kicking butt every day that he's been here.
So one of the vehicles I was fixing was a Bobcat T250, which is basically a mini version of a forklift. And so what was wrong with that Bobcat was that it was bogging down, you would lose a lot of power, black smoke all the time. So what we did is we actually removed all of this piece, pulled up this whole piece, pulled out the exhaust, the air filter, removed all of that, dug down from standing at this point, dug down standing from this point, pulled out the exhaust, pulled out the turbo, pulled them out, put the new ones in, and then reassembled it from that way.
That was a pretty good project. He got in there, found out what parts he needed, got the stuff on order. Once parts came in, it was one day and it was back up and running. So, a really good mechanic. More NCOs could definitely use an airman like Henderson. Just being in this environment, being able to sustain the vehicles and stuff the way he has. I say back at home that he'd be twice the airman that he is here.
What would I like to say to other airmen? I guess I would like to say to just work hard and be honest, to do the very best you can. Mistakes do happen, but own up to those mistakes, learn from them, make sure they don't happen again, and just do the very best that you can.
Vehicle maintenance technician at the 100th Logistic Readiness Squadron, and as a vehicle mechanic here, what we do is we make sure that our general purpose vehicles are above mission essential limits. Some of the more difficult parts of the job is obviously manual labor. It's a very blue collar job. You take a lot of pride in doing it, but it also takes a toll on your body. Personally, my favorite part about this career field is that it's very black and white as far as job satisfaction goes. When a vehicle comes in, I know what its impact on the mission is. I know what squadron the vehicle belongs to. So I can feel a passion when I'm working on it because I know that the people that were in this vehicle 20 minutes before the vehicle came into the shop, they no longer have that vehicle and they're waiting on the turnaround time. I feel like this career field is important to the mission because it is a very niche skill set, to say the least. It takes an education and it takes practice. It's very hands-on. So the only way you will truly master this career field is if you're on the floor with tools in your hand actually doing it.
My name is Staff Sgt. Brian Maloney. I'm the NCOIC of High Bay, special purpose here for the 509th Logistics Readiness Squadron, LGRV.
Hi, my name's Rose Placencia. I'm with the 509 Logistics Readiness Squadron. Right now I'm learning my job. I'm also working on vehicles and experiencing different things that I have to do around the shop. It varies from day to day, so sometimes I could be working on tires. I recently did all the glow plugs in a Humvee, changed those, took them out and installed them, which that was kind of a difficult job, but I got it done. There will be certain tasks that I'm responsible for taking care of. Say that it was like a battery, then I would go to my instructor once I was done, and then they'll come and watch me when I had something that I had to do with the battery.
As NCOIC of High Bay over here, there's some management in it dealing with the work orders, but also it's a hands-on thing as well. We're right there since we have a little bit more experience, especially with new airmen coming in. We'll definitely be there next to them to give them that hands-on training and to kind of show them, certain processes. That hands-on process is going to be when that vehicle comes in, reviewing the work order, checking all the items that were listed that were faulty. So we're just going to review those items. And then with the airmen, we're going to go through and kind of show them, hey, this is what's wrong. And then if they have questions, we'll be there to answer questions for them. Our job is to make sure that these vehicles can go back to the user and complete their mission. So say with snow equipment during the winter months, if those vehicles can't plow the runway, can't take care of the runway, those B-2s are not taking off. Those B-2s are not accomplishing their mission for nuclear deterrence.
I'm Staff Sgt. James Crenshaw here at Kunsan Air Base. I'm a part of the 8th ELRS for Vehicle Maintenance, and I am a shop supervisor. Vehicle maintenance does is work on forklifts, the 60 and 25Ks, the MRAPs, Humvees, war readiness materials, and then after that we work on regular buses, trucks, vans, cars, electric vehicles, you name it. So what makes the mission unique here at Kunsan is because every base has a flight line, and so we work on the snow removal equipment, the sweepers to make sure there's no FOD for it. But what's really different about here and at Kunsan specifically is we work with the 4th Air Force on their war readiness planning. So all the Humvees, the LMTVs, we need them in 100% condition. So in case something happens, we're able to get these vehicles out with 0 issues. They're not going to be working on for maintenance. They're 100% ready to go. It's a lot. There's a lot of things you have to know. The vehicles are constantly changing. Recently now we're going away from gas and diesel vehicles to electric. So it's constantly changing. So I like the challenge of learning. It's unique, it's different every day here. And then I feel the people we get in vehicle maintenance, they're just very down to earth, fun people.